Hey there and welcome back. So today in this video we're going to talk a little bit about wrong hand. I'm still getting used to the camera, okay, just forgive me. We're still, where is it? There it is. We have it, yes. Yeah, I've got to do everything the other way around, so I do apologise, you have to bear with me. So we are looking at the Prince of Wales again. Now this is a Hornby update because out of the couple of questions what people were asking, I did send an email over to Hornby asking about what you should be putting into the Locomotive. Now, someone mentioned about, and I won't mention any names or like that in comments, someone mentioned about putting deionized water in. Now, that makes sense because obviously in water you've got all sorts of, like, you know, minerals, additives, this, that and the other, and you know yourselves, once it gets left for a while, you know, you start seeing, like, you know, things go different colours and all that, and it's fairly understandable that you don't want this thing to get damaged or anything like that by using normal water. So basically I asked Hornby about this and they said that the Locomotive is perfectly fine to use with water. That's how they've designed it to be used, and it shouldn't be, well, it shouldn't cause any damage to the internals, into the mechanism, to the steam generator. Even if, I mean, I would personally drain the water out of it, but so-called it's okay to do so. And if it runs out of water, it's still safe to use the Locomotive because it's like not heat based, it's just like coal based, not heat based as in like a cease generator, you know, it's just the coldness of the water, you know, there's no heat generated, so it will actually be okay. So that's interesting to know. Now one thing, there's another one, sorry, about running it without smoke and actually turning the smoke off, and I was told that function 24, so if you just bear with me 1 second, so if I get up the app on my phone, then function 24 for this Prince of Wales is on page 3, and 24 is actually under auxiliary lighting. So that's something that we're going to try as well, so just to see if that is the case, if it does cut the smoke out. Now I do want to apologise slightly because when I was doing the video and the recording, someone mentioned about a few little wisps of smoke, and that was a bit of my fault because I'd let the smoke generator kind of run down a bit. I have been using it for quite a while and it was starting to run out, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this, well, pretty much right the way up, so then you're going to see how much smoke that it does produce. So when we've had a look at this, I'm just going to show you a little bit of an update what we've been toying around with the layout as well. So it's going to be like sort of like a Hornby update, layout update. It's going to be like a little bit of everything in this video. And someone else said that they've heard that this Locomotive isn't particularly strong after about 5 coaches, something like that, that it just won't pull anymore. So if you look, hang on, I'm going to try, yes, I've got my hand in the right place. We have got 3 teak coaches there. Now these are the older coaches to go with the vintage Flying Scotsman set. So they've got plastic wheels with more drag as well, and behind my head from the running session from last week I've got the intercity coaches and I've got the GWR HST coaches. So they're longer, they're a fair weight and they are more weighty. Hang on, where's my finger gone? There it is. They are heavier than these, so that's going to be cool as well. So we're going to try a power test with this and see just how much it will actually pull. So yeah, so hopefully you will like that, and I'm leaning forward for a reason. So as we see here, we've got just our normal everyday tap water. That's what we're going to fill this up with, and then yeah, so hopefully you will like this. Like I said, we'll try the auxiliary. Yeah, I just didn't want to drop it everywhere. We'll try the auxiliary, see if that does knock the smoke off, so we'll do that while it's running. And also, but the thing is with the lighting, yeah, we'll have to see that one. Yeah, we'll just be trying that one. So yeah, we'll see if that works. We will check out with obviously being more full, so you can see just the amount of steam that this does put out, which it does put a decent amount out, and then we'll do a pulling test and see how strong actually is this thing. Because in the review what I did, obviously you just saw the Locomotive, and I'd literally had it a few hours and just ran it in. I didn't want to run it without any coaches. I was like, yeah, you've got to get this going. So hopefully that you'll enjoy this a little bit. Like I said, a bit of an update, bit of a catch up, and yeah, I'm just made up that I'm able to get these answers for people who've asked them, and you know, together we'll see what answers we come up with ourselves. So I'll turn the camera around, I'll get myself out of the picture, I will fill this full of water, and where's it gone? It's behind me there. I'll show you that. I'll fill it up with water so you can see how much I'm putting in, and then yeah, so hopefully you'll like this. This will show the Loco in a bit better light than what it did towards the end of the view with the running. And yeah, let's try this pulling power and see just how strong this thing is. So let's get to it. Right, so I'm going to try my best to not block too much of the camera as he knocks it and as he falls over everything. So okie dokie, let's see if I can get this. So there we go. So good squeeze on this. How much water have we got in here? So we've got, I'll just take a little bit of that out. Yeah, we've got just under 4 mil, so this will put it about 3/4 full. So this is absolutely loads for in this. So yeah, you are going to see the head in front of the camera. I just need to see where it's going. There we go. Okay, so we've got all that in. Let's put the front on. There we go, that's on. Right, so we've got our power. So as you can see here, I've got my phone to one side, so it is connected. So first thing, in fact, what I will do, let me just check, because I did show this to somebody the other day. So I am just going to turn the sound down because it was quite noisy, and I kind of don't want to drown it or make it too loud for you guys, so I'm either trying to shout over it or the train's too noisy. So let's do it this way. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so let's turn our sound on. And let me just have a look at the camera. Right, okay, just bear with me a second. I am going to move the camera because you can see it, but I'm just going to try and get a better angle so you can actually see how much is coming out of this thing as well. So just bear with me a second. Right, so hopefully this is a little bit better. So as you can see there's quite a good amount of steam coming out of this. Just get a bit of a different view on it there. Ah, there we go, that's better. So yeah, as you can see there, I do apologise, I am kind of free-handing this a little bit, so you'll have to bear with me. So, right, let me just get the app open again, and let's set this off in a direction. So as you can see there's a lot more smoke than what he was actually showing, because as you can see, I fill this up, you get that lovely big stream coming out, and then it chuffs away. So right, okay, so let me just move you guys back again, and you see that it's got that nice bit of an idle as well when it's parked up like this. So okay, right, let me put you back where you were before. Right, so that's a bit better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this off, I'm going to let it do a lap or follow it round, just see how much we can see with that smoke, and let's get it up to a little bit of the speed. So let's just set this off. So as you can see, oh, that's a bit better now. So you can see there the amount of smoke what is coming out of this. Now I have got it to set off a bit slower. There you go, see against those coaches and everything there. you can see that it does put, yeah, that lighter background doesn't help, but hopefully as it gets around to the back you'll see a bit better. Okay, well the idea was for it to be a bit better anyway. Let's see if we can get a bit closer in. So you can see there that it is putting out a lot more smoke than it was when I did the other video. So I know this isn't the best thing to do. I'm not recommending this, but I'm going to pop it here. Let's move you guys. There you go. So you can see that a lot better. So apparently, so page 3 on your app. So 24 will turn off the smoke. So let's give that a try. So press it now. Ah. So there we go. Function 24. And if I turn that off again, there we go. It took a second, but the smoke's kicked back into life. Fantastic. So what I am going to do, okay, so that works, that's good. So that means that you could have the sound off, the smoke off, if you just want to run it around. So that is really interesting actually. I wonder. Yeah, because the smoke's synchronized with the sound, so I'm guessing without the sound that it wouldn't work. So let's turn the sound off for a second. So as you can see, it cuts it off. And let's press the lighting button. Let's just give it a second, see if that will actually do anything. Now it looks like it's not going to do anything, so I'm guessing that that button is literally just, you know, it isolates the power going to the smoke unit when the sound's on it, you know, all works together. So yeah, so that is quite a good one. And there we go with the sound back on. So you can see there that it's putting tons of smoke out. Now what I am going to do, and I do not recommend doing this, but just to show you guys, because this is seemingly the best angle. So I'm going to pop the phone there, so you can see again just how much smoke this does put out. Let's just turn it up slowly and see it chopping away. See, as you can see there, it does put an awful lot of smoke out. So again, I just hope this helps. And yes, again, you know, that was unfortunately my little bit of an error from the other week. Right, so here we go. Got the app set up down here. So let's see. I tell you what, let's just slide that up there. Let's just make sure that this is working. Yep, so as you can see, that's going fine. Now I have got this to set off quite slowly, so you may find it does take a moment to get going, so we'll have a look. Now let's get started with this straight off. So we're going to go for these 3 teak coaches. As you can see, they've got plastic wheels on. I do need to change those. Yeah, I know plastic wheels aren't the best, but this will give them a bit more drag. So let's go down here. So we've got 1. I am going to put my head in the camera, so just bear with me. Yep, that's on properly. So 1, 2. Woo! Hang on, that one's a little bit bent. There we go. Right, so 1, 2, and 3. Now, for all intents and purposes, this layout is it is quite flat. It's not got any, you know, major gradients on it. So, you know, you can take this as good as, oh, it's been a little bit of a, there we go. So you can take this as good as a flat and level test. let's just turn you guys that way. So in fact, I tell you what we'll do, we'll just very quickly, we'll go into locomotive settings, we'll change the acceleration and deceleration. So let's say accelerating at 50, so it'll just, you know, go a bit better. So right, here we go. Let's see how this does straight with 3 coaches. So, I mean, to be fair, as you'd expect, you know, there is no problems. That is moving that decent as it should. As you would think, you know, 3 coaches is pretty much a standard for, you know, like a starter set, something like that. So yeah, let's just follow that round. So what we'll do, we'll watch this finish the lap, so we know that this is okay. And honestly, please feel free to skip this bit, but I want to do this whole bit live with me popping each coach on, or a couple of coaches on, just so you know I'm not messing around with it or anything like that. So here we go. So it's just coming round, and let's knock that off there. So let's see. Yeah, you can see plenty enough there. Hello. So right, let's get two. There we go. 2 intercity coaches. Now these, yeah, these, as well as being longer, these are also heavier than these coaches. So let's up the ante straight away. Let's go to 5. So apparently this, or what someone did mention, that it was struggling, just about able to move 5. So that coupling's a bit, I need to look at that after. So if I turn you guys back round there, you can see we've got 5 coaches on, and this is a nice and very long train for this layout. So 5 coaches. Let me, what on earth did that camera do then? Let me just turn it back around there a little bit. Right, so let's set this off. Okay, well it's starting. I'm starting on a curve, which you know isn't the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 coaches there. It doesn't seem to be struggling. It's not wheel slipping, what I can see. But hopefully that's a good thing for you guys. I seem to imagine that quite well for me. That's really good. Okay, so let's slow this down. Now let's leave you guys there as we stop this. So that is 5 coaches. And like I said, these 2 are heavier. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go with 2 more, and let's go with 7 coaches. So let's put these 2 GWR ones on, which are the same as these, and let's go like that. So as you can see, this is a yeah, this is getting quite long now. So this is taking up nearly half the layout with 7 coaches. Oh my god, right, so 7 coaches, let's see how this will do. So let's turn this up. That's going alright so far, it's not slipping. That's going pretty decent. That's definitely got no problems with that. Like I said, this is on level track, don't forget. So, okay. Oh my god. That's working alright. So, right. Ooh. Okay, so we are going to stop this wherever it's going to finish. Oh my god. Right, now we are going to have to make this one stop quite a way around the back, because I'm going to put 3 more on. So there, that should do us. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 coaches on. Now in the siding here behind me, I've got 2 more coaches, and I've got the end car for the GWR train. Now to be fair, when I put these on, this will actually be the longest train that I've ever run. So yeah, I think the longest train I normally run is my, or with certain locomotives, is my 5 Pullman coaches with lights, and then the observation car, so that's 6. So honestly, I've never ran a train this long that I can actually remember. So, oh my god. So as we can see, if I do this, just push and pull this a bit, hopefully you can see that that is moving everything that is connected. Let's see, yeah, we can kind of just about see everything there. Right, okay, here we go. So what I'll do with this one, so I've got a bit more control over it, I'll just go into the settings. I'm going to turn the acceleration rate down to 0 so it'll just go straight away. Right. Are we ready for this? And wow. Okay. Okay, it's doing it. It's doing it. Let's put this up to half speed. So that's 50 on the controller, or on the app, you know what I mean. Oh look! Wow. Wow. It's got plenty of pulling power. It is a little bit over here. That way it has a little moment. Apart from that, it is pulling really strong. That's 10 coaches. The P2's definitely showing its strength here. So, I tell you what. There you go. Celebratory whistle? Why not? I think you should be pleased with yourself as well. So there we have it. I mean, as you can see, I'm not doing anything. My hands are here. That is 10 coaches unaided, because this one, when it comes in shot, this one is the dummy car. This isn't the power car. Power car's here. I don't really want to put too much more on it, because, you know, it's only been running and then run a few times. But wow. Okay, that's working. So yeah. Right, we'll try and stop this around about here-ish. Let's turn that sound off. And then let's stop it about there. So yeah, that's a little bit impressive. I mean, that is 10 coaches, and that does not seem to have a single issue. As you can see there, we've got all the smoke coming out of it, lovely. So I tell you what we will do. I'm going to go back on the settings. I'm going to put the acceleration rates to about what I have it. Now I've got this about 136. So that's kind of like a nice slow acceleration, but it's not too much. In fact, let's turn that one off. Let's go on the automatic sound. That'll be a bit, oh my god, that's close. Ooh, I'll get myself out of the way. So let's set this off on automatic. There we go, let's see how it goes. Oh, she's pulling that. She's really going for it. And if you look over there, you can see the tail end moving. And that's quite slow speed as well. I'm seriously impressed with that. I mean, I've never tried a locomotive with this many coaches, and I won't be running it for too long like this. But yeah, that is seriously impressive, and starting off nice and slow. The first time I had it on 0, so I could just like set it off. That's good. Yeah, I forgot to send the deceleration bit down. Let's just bring it around a bit further. Really impressed with this right now. Really impressed. Even more so than when I did the review. Yeah, I should have run some coaches on the review. There we go. Let's just knock it off there. I think she deserves another whistle for that. What do you reckon? Good job. So, okay, let's turn this off. Yeah. Wow. Really, really impressed with that. So, to answer that question, it pulls. I mean, obviously, upper gradient, you'll lose, you know, the strength and what have you, as you would expect. But for straight and level track, that's pretty impressive. That was really good. I mean, as you can see, it's literally probably not far off, like 2/3 of the layout there. So, that's good. So, as well, I don't know, I always say so a lot, I just do. But I can't drop see how many times I say it. So, what we've been doing, we've been looking at roads and we've been looking at buildings. Now, at the moment, this is all the buildings what I've got. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a little one that's right over there in the corner, 7. And then we've got one right over there, put my hand the right way, 8. So, yeah, I do need to get a lot more buildings. So the idea with this, with the road, now here is a good idea. With the road, as you can see, I've got a level crossing just here. So what we've done, we've taken the measurement, we've cut some blocks of wood, and the blocks of wood we've placed along so we can make our lines and then join them up. So that should give us, yeah, okay, we need to drive on the right hand side of the road. So that should give us a good perspective of the actual scale in general. And let's just pop one of these wagons on. If you want to see the closer review, check out the channel for a review on these. And as you can see, that looks pretty decent. In fact, let's pop the other wagon next to it. So yeah, for going down a high street, that is pretty good actually. Yeah, that looks pretty accurate. So so yeah, I am really pleased with that. I still can't get over that train. I still can't get over that pulling as much as what it did. Wow. So yeah, so that's where we are. So what we're looking at is we're going to have a high street down here. We are going to not knock the house. We are going to have a car park in front of the station over here. Now on this bit, if you remember from my original layout when I first started doing YouTube, this bit here is going to have a tunnel with a removable roof. And the removable roof is going to be for a couple of reasons. One, obviously if anything gets stuck, breaks down, clean the track, you know, you can just lift it up, clean the track out, dead easy. The other one is, I had the idea of, you could kind of make it seasonal. I mean, yes, I know you would have to kind of nearly do everything identical, so I understand that being a pain. But if you think about it, you could have like a winter one or white on covered in snow. Yes, I know we don't get that much snow like in the UK, but it'd be nice. You could have a nice summer one, all the trees are out, and then you could have one where it's like kind of autumn, spring with everything out down on the floor. So yeah, that is something that you could do. Right, so I think that's going to be about it for me this week. So I hope that you've enjoyed this bit of a catch up, that you've enjoyed, well, the answers that I've been able to get for you from Hornby themselves, and trying out a couple of bits with this Locomotive as well. So that's kind of like, you know, a little bit cool. So let me know if you want me to do like a couple more power tests or things like that. I mean, maybe we could do like a Locomotive versus Locomotive sort of thing, and see, you know, a couple of challenges, which is stronger, that sort of thing. I don't know, just a couple of ideas, you know, just something a little bit different that we can do. So so yeah, absolutely made up with that. Yeah, I know I've said it before, I still can't get over how much that thing is pulling. That's ridiculous. But I suppose you think about it, 10 coaches in real life sort of thing, on the flats, when you see them running services, they would have that, and they'd have a support diesel at the back of them just to give that bit extra shove, and the obviously, you know, the power for the coaches and what have you. So so yeah, it can run a more than realistic train. So yeah, anyways, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've enjoyed seeing a bit more of me, because this is kind of, thank you for the comments about that, so I'm going to kind of be doing it this way from now on, apart from obviously when I'm looking at stuff. And yeah, so anyway, with that oh, actually, hey, you'll see me doing the outro as well. So anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up, like and subscribe, and as always, we shall see you in the next video.